Ocean currents are the engine that drive the world. They start in Antarctica and then move all the way around the globe in a circuit that can take up to 1,000 years to complete. This reliable and consistent movement of water has changed the landscape of the world forever. For thousands of years, sailors have been able to use this as a sort of conveyor belt to move their ships around the globe. In 1889, a four-masted, iron-hulled ship called the Andelena succumbed to great tragedy when two of the sailors on board died in a horrific accident. Since that time, everyone that served on board felt that the ship was cursed, and several of the sailors and each of the captains that took command of this vessel had a reoccurring dream that they were drowning in their cabins at night. One of these sailors, a young Dutchman by the name of Richard Hansa, even went so far as to buy a protective magical amulet in Shanghai before sailing here to Tacoma. As soon as the ship arrived in Tacoma, 10 sailors immediately left the vessel, fearing that the curse would find them. To boost morale, Captain Richard Stalling commissioned this photograph to be taken of the crew. That night, however, all of them drowned when the vessel mysteriously tipped over in a freak windstorm and sank to the bottom of Commencement Bay. Every attempt to find or salvage the vessel has ended in disaster and tragedy. In the early 1900s, a diver encountered the Andelena and went to recover the valuable vessel, and then in a mysterious accident lost his life. For more perspective on that situation, we ask master diver Robert Mester.
This is a Morse pump. This is what provided the air at the surface for the divers underwater. And they would pump these cylinders, and the seals are made of leather. That's all they had at that time, to try to form a seal to keep the pressure in the line going down to the diver up against sea level. And the diver that was lost on the Andelena had, unfortunately, one of the seals on the 3 pistons there that failed, and that the diver lost all the air that's under 3 atmospheres of pressure. And the pressure at 180 feet, which is 3 atmospheres, would be 14.7 times 3. And when you suddenly release that pressure to sea level, it causes all the air to removed instantly from the lungs. So you suffocate quick.
In the 1950s, a second diver encountered the Andelena by accident and managed to recover this port light before ultimately suffering from a heart attack. For countless decades, people have been searching for the Andelena with everything from divers to sonar to drones. And as of yet, no one has found it. Until now.
I believe with this new system, which is more refined, especially in its software application, we were able to see in the translucency of the bottom, the silt, where there might be some outlines of parts of the ship. This particular pass, we hit some targets. It's about the right length, 300 feet in length. And after 4,000 hours behind sonar, I've been able to take a look, and I can see the outlines of a hull of a ship. This is crosstalk. What we're hitting is steel, unlike the rest of the area, and it burns hard. The hit is very hard. It actually goes to the other side of the transducer, and it picks that up as well.
Even in the 1800s, sailors could use global currents to navigate the world. The same way that a conveyor belt moves luggage at an airport, these currents could take ships all the way around the world. As the cool water of the Arctic heats up on the equator, it enters a cycle that can carry it all the way around the globe. This, in combination with the seasonal and reliable trade winds, allowed for ships like the Andelena to circumnavigate the globe on their trade routes. The Andelena would go from England to America to Africa to Asia, into a port in China, and then over here to Tacoma.
2 people died on trying to salvage the vessel, diving on it. And even our efforts to just go out and do a simple sonar side scan pass We've had troubles with axles breaking and uncooperative weather. I don't really put much belief in bad luck, but there's circumstances behind this that's pretty interesting to look at.
While the curse is unknowable, the same currents that took the Andelena to Tacoma still bring large cargo ships from Asia here into Commencement Bay. If you're interested in the story of the Andelena and want to learn more about where the ship and her crew are today, you can join us on the third Thursday of this December for the Foss Waterway Seaport's free virtual Thursday tour. We will be looking in depth at the location of the ship and how she arrived here in Tacoma.